My name is Nic Russo, and I am the punter for Northwestern State, and my number is 63. Well, I'm definitely honored to be on the list because it just shows that, it doesn't matter what position you play. If you play well and you're determined and focused, you can end up on, somebody's radar and you'll get rewarded for your diligence. I don't know. I don't really want to single anybody out. I really compete against myself because when you're in the backfield taking a punt, it's just you and yourself, and that's really your only enemy. But to be mentioned with those names is really an honor. And to be honest, I feel like I've earned my way and I've worked myself in a position to be a part of this list. So I'm really happy and excited. I would have to say that my hang time is probably one of my top strengths. Like 50% of my punts last year were fair caught, and so I think that's one of my strengths. And I'm pretty consistent, and that's really my strengths right there. I don't mess up often. Well, I think one of the number one things that I took when I was getting recruited, I was out at Louisiana Tech, and the punter at Tech, he said most punters make the mistake of going 100%, and your best punt come when you only kick 80%. So that, just nice, easy strokes is really the best way to punt it. Don't try and overdo it. Just nice, easy strokes, hit it right, technique. That's the best way to do it. I got three people that I really look up to and I've taken a lot from. I would have to say one would be my roommate, Jeremy Layton. He got drafted to the Seahawks. And he showed me, we were roommates, and we went through everything, like eating ramen noodles every night, and then he showed me that, if you work hard and you put in the extra work, you can make it to the top no matter where you come from. So that's really been an inspirational story to me. Also, Yasser Elkatub is a linebacker at Northwestern State. He just graduated, and he showed me, everything that you do, everything how you work needs to be at an excellence level. Like, time is money, and every single thing that you do, you got to do 100%. So he really showed me that you got to be excellent at everything that you do. And then the third person I really look up to would be, Mo Isom. She's a soccer goalie at LSU, and she just has showed me that not only can you be a successful elite athlete at a top level, but you can also, be cool in a way of sharing Jesus. Well, a lot of people think punters don't work at all. A lot of people think punters just go to the other field or go get pizza or something like that. But I'm not saying there aren't punters like that. But for me personally, since I'm trying to be at a top level, one time, it really isn't just one time. It's usually after every practice ever since I was a freshman in high school. I always went after school, on weekends, rain, snow, blizzard, hurricane, doesn't matter. I was out there kicking the ball. Because as a punter, you can't really kick 1,000 balls or, your leg will fall off. So it really was no one crazy workout day. You just got to be consistent and put in that extra work. Okay, well, I was playing Lamar. We were at Lamar, and we were kind of backed up. And I just went out there, I caught it, and I punted it, and it went over the returner's head, and it kept bouncing, and then it got to the 1 yard line, and my roommate went and did a somersault, flipped, and saved it and put it at the 1 yard line, so I had a 61-yard punt, stopped at the 1 yard line. So that's probably my favorite punt of all time. But in terms of how a perfect punt feels, I was playing Texas Tech, and man, it was late in the game, so I didn't have any pressure. They weren't rushing, and I caught it, and I was just in rhythm. And I put it out there, and I dropped it, and I watched it, and I slowed it down for myself. And then I had my leg locked, and I crushed it. I followed through, and when I looked up in the air, it was a perfect spiral. As soon as it hit your foot, you know whether you crushed it or shanked it. I knew I crushed it, and it went down inside the 20. It was 50 plus. It was awesome. Well, I always say, and some of my teammates always say, if you look good, you feel good, and if you feel good, you play good. So I always say, you got to look good at all times because you never know who's looking. Somebody might not say something to you, but they do see you and they look at you. So I always try and look good, a nice classic, fresh look. So I always look good. So when I was younger, I was fascinated with the world and maps and geography and stuff, and I wanted to be a senator and a politician and stuff like that. And then I found out that some people are never going to change their mind. So I dropped that, and I really picked up video and film, and I like making movies and making films and stuff like that. And for the last 3 years, I've had my own YouTube show. So I just channel my opinions and bring my visions to life through film. That's really my passion. Nobody in my family has ever played a sport, ever. So I was the first one to branch out and try that. But when I was in middle school, I kind of saw how big the guys were, and I was like, I really don't want to get hit, so I need to pick a position where I don't have to get hit. And so my mom, was like, that's probably the best one for you to do is be a kicker and a punter. So he helped me pick out which one I should probably go to, and turned out to be a good decision. And my dad has always, even though he never played sports, his thing was always a work ethic. He said, you never do anything 50%. Everything you do max and above and beyond. So like even if it was, you got to rake the leaves in the garage, you raked out every leaf. You didn't just do some. So he really taught me work ethic and how to train hard. Okay, let's see. For a typical day at Northwestern State during the season, I'll probably have to wake up around 6 or 7 because I have early morning weights. So when I usually have to walk the weights because I don't have a car. So I walk there and then work out hard, and then you walk to the cafeteria and you get something to eat because breakfast is the most important part of the day. Okay, and then after that, you got to go to all your classes. I usually, walk to all my classes and I see all my teammates and we joke around and stuff on campus, and then you go from your last class to lunch. So then I'll go to lunch, and that's the big social time where everybody meets and everybody talks and stuff. And then from there, probably catch a ride with one of my teammates to practice. And at practice, I do most of my stuff. Most of a punter's work is done before the team even gets outside. So I'm usually out there an hour punting and doing drills beforehand, and then do some team reps, and then I'll go inside and I'll work out, and then I'll watch some film, and then I'll come back outside and chill with the team, because it's important to be seen as a punter and kicker. It's important to be seen as a part of the team, because if you're never around, then you don't get the respect that you might feel that you deserve. So I'm out there with the team after all that, and then after practice, probably we go to dinner, get a ride there, and after I eat dinner, then it's really whatever social event I'm trying to go to, whether it's like a pool party at the on-campus apartments or just hanging out with somebody. And then after that, then it's off to bed, and then we just repeat for the next 5 days. When I was a freshman, the freshman initiation, freshmen would have to do things for the upperclassmen just to, just like sort of bonding and stuff like that. And so one of the things was, you had to take the trays to the cafeteria and all kinds of carry pads and stuff like that. But one of the things we used to do is they used to shave our heads. And by your position, so the other older kickers and punters would shave your head, other wide receivers would shave wide receivers' head. So, I mean, I have long spiked up hair. I look like I used to be an NSYNC or Backstreet Boy. I had long, nice hair. I was really proud of it. And then it was time to cut it, and I really didn't want to. But I was like, I guess I want to be part of the team. And so they just left like 2 little balls of hair on my head, and they left sideburns. They really messed me up bad, and it was the first day of school. I was just so embarrassed going to class, but it's part of football, but it was pretty embarrassing. And then seeing all the rest of the freshmen with their haircut and feeling their pain and laughing through that, so that was pretty funny to me. the competitiveness with other punters, I'm a little different from everybody else, and I keep the mindset that nobody can beat me, and nobody is better than me. And if they want to challenge me to a punt off, they know where Natchitoches, Louisiana is at, and they can come find me, and we can compete. That's how I view competition with other punters. But my mindset for this next season is, it's been, I feel like I've worked 8 years for this. Like I just earned a scholarship last year, so I feel like all my hard work has finally built up, and I'm finally, like, this is the year. Last year I played, and that was kind of getting my feet wet, getting used to the tempo and rhythm, and now this is my year to break out and shine and prove to everybody that I am the best punter in the nation, and there's no doubt about that. So that's how I'm approaching this upcoming season. This is Nic Russo, punter for Northwestern State, number 63, and I'm honored to be on the College Football Performance Award watch list for 2012. I just want to say to all the Northwestern fans out there that are listening that this is our year, and I don't care who we play. I don't care what they're ranked. I don't care what they did last year. We're coming to get a championship this year. There's no other reason to play, and we're definitely getting the 2012 Southland Conference Championship.